Hey, how are you feeling?
Randy Orton will break into the cage and finally punt Cody Rhodes. I think the big question is, where the
Hi, hello YouTube. I managed to find a completely empty study hall and it's already like 9:30. We both have like a bunch of work to do, so I'm probably gonna stay here until someone finds us and kicks us out. But I'm just gonna try and cut to another assignment that I started working on today. So I will talk to you guys later. All right, voiceover time for this part in the video. I was supposed to work on this assignment in the last one, but I didn't end up getting to it because I had a bunch of other stuff that I had to get done first. And I think I have a little bit more time to work on this one, but just off of what I've started, I can already tell this one's gonna be super time consuming. So this might honestly bleed into my next video as well, depending on how far I get. But this project is pretty much creating a robot lineup. So I need 4 robots and they all need to have specific jobs. And then a mech, which is piloted by a pilot, and they all need to have a certain theme to them. So like it can help with like police force or like construction or anything like that. And what I wanted to go with was kind of a excavation crew, like underwater and collecting minerals and stuff like that. Kind of like Subnautica a little bit. That's kind of what I was thinking. Subnautica and Pacific Rim as the 2 big inspirations for this one. And I barely played Subnautica and I haven't watched Pacific Rim, so maybe I'll do that as a bit of a study session. But I really do want to look at all of those things and my references a little bit more just so I can get down the reflections, because I think part of this assignment that I really want to do good on is the texturing and just the believability that the robots are actually like metallic and are full metal. And that is a little bit difficult because I haven't really made anything that's like very metallic looking or super shiny really. So I kind of just do have to learn just the basic reflections and like the highlights and how the shadows work and all that kind of stuff. And I think coming up with the concept was a little bit difficult because no matter how much I pitch it to my teachers, like, oh, make sure that it's function and form in one. And that pretty much means that you make sure that the robot doesn't just look cool, it actually has a purpose and it's not just there for the fashion, which made me have to rethink a lot of my designs. And I still don't have them all laid out yet, but the one that I did have was this mech character, and I really wanted to try and get ahead on just how I want each of them to look. And it was also an in-class assignment to get one done. I didn't realize how long it was going to take, and the day of this in-class assignment, he said at the end of the class that it was due at the end of the day. So I just like sent him a sample of whatever I had at the time, but my alarm literally did not go off, and this is at 8 a.m. so I missed like half of the shit, and then I had to get there. I didn't end up talking to him at all, but I kind of just had to rush my first clean line, and then I ended up just trying to redo and just clean up a lot of the line in this part of the video, as well as just working out the base colors and kind of like switching things around. I think a lot of this ends up being just me cleaning because I wanted it to be a little cleaner, a little bit more sleek, and that helps also with just getting the idea that this is a big ass robot. It helps get that idea across better. And I was also working on a different project at the same time, and I was like, okay, let me just get to this, and it'll probably be more entertaining to be in the video than the other project. But that one is a storyboard. I'll put that at the end of the video, so don't skip to the end of the video to see that. Just wait. But I also don't know how long this one's gonna end up being because I've literally been like so swamped with projects, like it's actually insane. Like every day that I think I'm gonna get a little bit of rest time and a little bit of a day off, I'm like, oh shit, I have like 3 other projects I have to get ahead on. So maybe this project won't bleed into the next one, but I think that a lot of my videos coming up are gonna end up being just me doing projects. So it's nice to kind of look back later on in these videos and see what kind of work I was putting out at the time. And I think they're also just a little more chill videos where I don't really have to do much, although there is a lot of editing that goes into that. But every video takes a while to edit, so I'm not too pressed about that. And yeah, I didn't do too much with this session of work. I guess it was also extremely late, and I was just like, let me get a little bit of this done. I just need to do some part of it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep working on the other robots. And I haven't talked about UFC in a while on this channel, and I kind of want to get to it just because 322 just passed, I'm pretty sure, like 2 weeks ago, because they had the Qatar card, or Qatar, however you say it, just to talk about 322 really quick. I was like, I don't know. I don't really know what I was expecting from JDM versus Islam, but it definitely wasn't the domination that it was. I thought it would be at least a little bit closer than that, but I don't know if maybe JDM got hit on like a nerve on his leg or something, because his stand-up and his striking was literally like just not getting off whatsoever against Islam for like the 5 minutes that he was standing. Not even 5, it was like 3 minutes. It was so much ground control for Islam, and I think the only challenge in that division is really like people that can counter wrestle. Like going to the fight night now, Ian Gary's takedown defense was like insane against Bilal, so I think that might be an alright matchup. But if you don't have good takedown defense against Islam, you literally don't have a chance. And this guy Ilya still says that he wants to go up all the way to welterweight just to fight Islam. It's actually so funny. Like, this guy was small at featherweight and he wants to fight at welterweight. And for anyone that doesn't know the weight classes, that's fighting as a shorter guy at 145 going up to 170, which I think favors Islam a lot more in welterweight. And they could have fought at lightweight if Islam didn't move up, because now at lightweight, after that fight night with Arman and Hooker, Arman is the #1 contender, and that is like 100%, 1000% the fight to make, which is with Ilya and Arman. And it's crazy, if Arman didn't have that neck injury, he could have fought Islam at the start of the year in January. But to be fair, I think that would be a pretty good matchup stylistically. Even though Arman is a bit more heavy on wrestling, he has pretty good striking as well. And it's kind of the opposite for Topuria, because he's so well-rounded, but he prefers to strike all the time, or he prefers to strike more often than take it to the ground. And both of these guys are kind of small for lightweight, but they're still like relatively the same height, so it makes the range a lot more even. So that's probably the next fight coming up. I don't really have any predictions for that, but I'm leaning a bit more towards Ilya, unless he randomly decides to actually jump to welterweight and fight Islam. But I feel like after the Morales finish and the Prates KO, Islam is going to have a huge lineup of welterweight contenders, even if they're not going to be like a serious threat, unless they all just decide to improve their ground game tremendously. Islam's still going to try and clear out that division. So it might be a while before Topuria and Islam, or we might just not get it whatsoever. But Islam's also been a weight bully. Like, he's been at lightweight for basically his whole career up until now, but he's been cutting like crazy weight. When he fights at welterweight, he looks like he's close to like 190 after rehydrating and all that stuff. So I doubt that he wanted to go back and start cutting to 155 to make it lightweight again. But yeah, the top of the pound for pound list is shifting all over the place now, but I am really excited to see what happens with the UFC. Now just quickly to jump to WWE, because how can I not? If you guys already know that John Cena's retirement match is coming up, they're having a tournament to see who's gonna be his final match, and a lot of like older wrestlers are coming back for this tournament. Here's my reaction to Dolph Ziggler coming back. Who is it?
Oh! Archibald! No! Oh my God! No! Yes! Yes! Oh my God!
Yeah, that's also been very entertaining. And I've kind of just been watching all this stuff in the background while I'm working on all these big ass assignments. And I still have to work on a lot of stuff with this robot mech. I think that the texturing is going all right. I just have to work on the reflections a little bit more. And it's also super late, so I'm gonna try and get to bed. This is what I had by the end of working on it for a little bit. I will talk to you guys later.
Let me add a little bit of spice.
Evening. Usually I would finish these videos taking a nice walk, but the sun literally sets at 4:30 now, so I don't really have a chance to go out, record in a nicer setting. So we're just gonna have to enjoy the comfort of my vehicle this afternoon. I just spent a good like 3 hours working on a different assignment that I haven't even talked about yet. But let me also just throw in the storyboard really quick. It was basically just fitting an audio clip, like 30-40 seconds, into your own storyboard and your own interpretation of what's happening in the scene, and kind of working on making dialogue a bit more expressive and interesting instead of just two people standing and talking. So yeah, if anyone knows where this clip is from, extra points.
What were you thinking?
I wanted to visit Fenrir.
For 2 days? Do not lie to me again! Why did you come here? Alone? Do you seek death?
No more than you.
Then why? Why? What is it you will not tell me? I have tried to walk this path with you. We follow you every whim.
But you don't believe in any of it.
And still I follow. Because all that matters is that you are safe.
But that's not all that matters. Who's keeping you safe?
I do not need you to protect me.
You sure about that?
I also haven't really eaten all day, so it's gonna be a bit of a mukbang. I haven't eaten this shit in like probably a month because I was getting just so oversaturated from it. And last time I bought it was when they had the $5 thing, and that like destroyed my stomach. I don't know what happened. My gut was destroyed. Let me actually get to this part of the video. If you don't already know how this part of the video goes, I usually just ask myself a few questions, so feel free to ask yourself these questions too. I only really have one question for this video, and it's, do you miss anyone? And personally, I feel like I have been very lucky and I haven't had a lot of people in my life that pass away, because if that did happen, I would definitely be missing them a lot more. Even when someone that wasn't too close to me in my family passes away, I'm still like, damn, like, I wish I talked to them more. I wish I just got to spend more time with them before they were gone. Even if I'm like not close to them, even if I literally see them like twice a year. Because once someone's gone, there's no going back. Like, that's it. That's the end of their story. So that's actually not my answer for this question, but I just thought it was something I should bring up because I think that a lot of people would probably have that answer too. And if I were to go through a lot more stuff like that, then that would definitely be my answer. But my answer for the question right now is the people that I met a couple years ago while I was on a trip or learning French. I think I talked about this a long time ago, but they might see this video too. I kind of hope they do. And if any of them do, we're gonna get alpine soon, guys. Don't worry. But yeah, I haven't seen them since I went to that program, and it's been, what, 2 years? It's been a long time. I still try to stay in contact with them, but they're like across the country. So I need to go and plan a trip and meet all of them at once. Hopefully that happens this year. And I really do miss them because while I was on that trip learning French, I really got so lucky meeting them. They were just really nice and inviting. And if I didn't meet them, I really don't know how my experience over there would have gone. I would have probably just sat in my room isolated the entire time. And they just brought me out, go have fun and just socialize with people, and it was great. And that's something that I will literally like never forget. If they are watching this video, then thank you guys so much for finding me just sitting on a couch in the middle of nowhere and invited me out for sushi, because that's how we met. I still try and check in when I can just to see how everyone's doing. They do more than me, but yeah, I just miss those guys and I really want to plan to see them soon. But I'm pretty sure that's all I have for this video. I need some water, bro. Damn, shit kind of spicy. For sure hot, bro. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, and remember to stay
I know
hydrated.
where I am right now. I'm with Sam and I'm with my best friend Kate. I'm with my best friend Sam.
He's way too drunk.
He's way too drunk.
I am
It's
very
not even
drunk,
fun.
but he's